Hello and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. Welcome to the daily quiz discussion for the 6th of June 2022. Beginning with the first question of the day, which reads, consider the following pairs with respect to joint exercises held by India. There are 4 pairs given here. Sampriti, Bangladesh, Vajraprahar, US, Hand in Hand, France, and Dharma Guardian, Thailand. How many pairs given above are correctly matched? Please have a look at the options. Now let us understand the context. This article from the PIB notes the India-Bangladesh joint military exercise Sampriti X. This exercise is being held in Bangladesh. This is part of India-Bangladesh bilateral defense cooperation. It is conducted alternatively in the two countries. It aims to strengthen interoperability and cooperation between the two armies in the domain of counter-terrorism as well as humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Coming back to the question, Sampriti, Bangladesh is correctly matched. Vajraprahar, US is also correctly matched. Note, Vajraprahar is a joint military exercise between the special forces of US and India. Hand in Hand is a joint exercise between India and China. It is not France. The major theme of this joint exercise between India and China is counter-terrorism. So the third pair is wrong. Dharma Guardian is not a joint exercise India holds with Thailand but with Japan. So the fourth pair is also wrongly matched. The question asks for how many pairs are correctly matched. Since it is 2, the answer would be option B, only 2 pairs. Note, these sort of options have been observed in the recently held UPSC 2022 prelims. In such type of questions, there is no scope for elimination. That is, an aspirant is expected to know all these 4 pairs to be able to arrive at the correct answer. For a comprehensive list of joint military exercises held by India at the bilateral as well as the multilateral level, refer to our BYJU'S IAS website. Moving on to the second question. Which of the following statements is or are correct with respect to fishing cat? There are 3 question statements given here. The first one reads, it is a mostly diurnal animal. What do we mean by diurnal? Those animals which are active during the daytime. The second statement reads, initially found across the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia, owing to habitat destruction and hunting, the animal is currently endemic to only India. The third statement reads, it is the state animal of West Bengal. Please have a look at the options. Now, what is the context to this question? This article from today's The Hindu notes the world's first fishing cat census done in Chilika Lake area. Note, Chilika Lake is Asia's largest brackish water lagoon. Here, the first such census means the first such exercise outside the protected area network. The census has recorded a total of 176 fishing cats in the Chilika area alone. A notable aspect of the census has been the participatory spirit. Apart from the involvement of the forest officials, this census saw participation from local fishermen, villagers, students as well as researchers. Coming back to the question. Note, fishing cat is not a diurnal animal. It is a nocturnal animal, meaning it is awake and active during the night time. So statement 1 is wrong. Also note that the fishing cat is found in wetlands in major South and Southeast Asian river basins. Fishing cat is found in around 10 Asian countries. So the statement which says it is currently endemic to only India is wrong. The third statement is correct. That is, the fishing cat is indeed the state animal of Bengal. Since the question asks for the correct statement, the answer to this question would be option D, 3 only. Moving on to the third question, which reads, which of the following statements is or are correct with respect to Sant Kabir? The 2 statements given here are, Bijak is one of the main literary works of Sant Kabir. And the second statement reads, the verses of Sant Kabir are found in Guru Granth Sahib. Please have a look at the options. Now, what is the context? This article from the PIB notes the visit of President of India to Magar. Note, Magar is a place in Uttar Pradesh. This place is home to the grave of Sant Kabir. Coming back to the question. Sant Kabir was a 15th century mystic poet, saint and social reformer. He was one of the main proponents of the Bhakti movement. This question deals with the literary works of Sant Kabir. Please note, some of his famous writings include Sakhi Granth, Anurag Sagar and Bijak. Bijak is a collection of Kabir's poems. The first statement is correct. Note, most of Sant Kabir's work was in Hindi and included the Awadhi, Braj and Bhojpuri dialects. Such was the popularity of Sant Kabir's literary works that some of his work were collected by Guru Arjan Dev and some of his verses are also found in the Guru Granth Sahib. So the second statement is also correct. Since the question asks for the correct statement, the answer would be option C, both 1 and 2. Moving on to the fourth question. Which of the following pairs of space missions or programs and their description are correctly matched? The four pairs are as follows. Tiangong, China's space station; Chang'e, China's lunar mission; Artemis, NASA's lunar mission; and Gaia, European Space Agency's galactic surveyor. Please have a look at the options. Now let's understand the context. These articles from the Indian Express as well as the Hindu note China's new space milestone. Three Chinese astronauts have successfully docked at the country's space station Tiangong. Note, the article in the Indian Express names it Tian. Note, while Tiangong is the space station, Tianhe is the crew module. Of late, China has emerged as a major space power. It has been able to undertake successful missions to Moon as well as Mars. Coming back to the question. The first pair is correctly matched. That is, Tiangong is indeed China's space station. Next, consider the second pair. Chang'e is China's lunar mission. This is also correct. Note, Chang'e has had three separate missions. While the first two missions involved lunar orbiters, the third mission, that is Chang'e 3, involved a robotic lunar exploration mission. It involves both a robotic lander as well as a robotic lunar rover. Moving on to the third one. Artemis is a human spaceflight program. It is being led by NASA with multiple other international partners. It aims to return humans to Moon by 2025. The third pair is also correctly matched. Moving on to the last pair, Gaia is a space observatory of the European Space Agency. It was launched in 2013 and is expected to have a life up till 2025. It is basically designed for astrometry. So the fourth pair is also correct. Since it asks for the correctly matched pairs, the answer is option D, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Moving on to the last question of the day. This is a question from the UPSC 2019 General Studies Paper 1. It reads, why are dewdrops not formed on a cloudy night? The four options are as follows. Option A. Clouds absorb the radiation released from the Earth's surface. Option B. Clouds reflect back the Earth's radiation. Option C. The Earth's surface would have low temperature on cloudy nights. And option D. Clouds deflect the blowing wind to ground level. Now, before we get down to discussing this question, let's understand what we mean by dew or dewdrops. Dewdrops are formed by the condensation of atmospheric water vapor on cold surfaces. So when does dewdrops occur? When the surface temperature becomes low. So by this discussion, we can eliminate option C. Why? Option C says on cloudy nights, temperatures become low. If low temperatures are there, then dewdrops formation should have been promoted. Since option C is contradictory to what is asked in the question, we can easily eliminate option C. Next, let's understand the heat transmission mechanism in the Earth's atmosphere as well as the role of clouds in this mechanism. During the daytime, the Earth's surface gets heated up by the incoming solar radiation. During the night time, the heat stored in the Earth is radiated out. This results in the cooling of Earth. As mentioned earlier, lower temperatures induce dew formation. Hence, during cloudless nights, the Earth's temperature goes down and this promotes the formation of dewdrops. Now, what happens during a cloudy night? The clouds interfere with this heat transmission mechanism. This results in temperature increasing. This higher temperature on the Earth's surface does not allow the dewdrop formation. Hence, the correct answer to this question would be option B. Clouds reflect back the Earth's radiation. Moving on to the fact of the day, ceramic implants. This article from today's The Indian Express notes the use of ceramic implants for bone replacement surgeries. Now let's have a very basic understanding of the bone replacement surgeries. Generally, so far, we have been using metal parts. A major concern with the use of metal implants has been that these tend to turn toxic over time and also that they do not help natural regrowth of bones. Hence, there has been a constant lookout for materials which could be used as implants in bone replacement surgeries. In this respect, a study by the Tokyo Medical and Dental University has yielded calcium phosphate ceramics as a viable alternative to metal implants. This calcium phosphate ceramic contains material which can substitute the bone mineral hydroxyapatite. This is found to help in the natural regrowth of bones. Hence, this marks a novel bone replacement biomaterial. Now, what do we mean by biomaterial? Biomaterial is a substance engineered to interact with biological systems for a medical purpose. This can be either for a therapeutic purpose or a diagnostic purpose. This is all for today. Thank you for being with us.